Hello, my champions. In this video, you're going to get introduced to another branch of mathematics, which is called trigonometry. The basics of this trigonometry we are going to learn. And this is very, very interesting. And I'll keep the history and facts about it later on. I'll just explain you what is the meaning of trigonometry first. Trig means, triangle, right? Tri means three, right? Three. Trig no means actually it is earth, earth related kind of word. Okay, earth you can call, or those kind of, that is the meaning of that word. Metry means measurement. Basically, you can say it is to deal with triangles. Basically, it is about the study of triangles. And you might be wondering, there's so many shapes, square, all those things. Why are we learning so much about triangles? Let it be congruency, similarity, so many things on based on triangle, and one whole branch of mathematics on triangles is because triangles are the basic polygons. And just like how when you're learning biology, you learn a lot of things about the cell, because that is a basic building block, isn't it? Basic building block. When you're learning chemistry and everything, you learn about atoms and everything, right? Protons, neutrons. So you learn a lot about it because that's a basic building block. Similarly, triangle is a basic polygon. It's a basic polygon. And when you have, it's a basic polygon, it becomes a part of so many other polygons. Like, for example, when we have a hexagon, let's say, when we have a hexagon can be broken down into six triangles, isn't it? Quadrilateral can be broken down into two triangles. So all the other complex shapes can always be broken down into the basic shape called the triangle. And so if you learn about triangles a lot, then much complex shapes can be broken down into this common simple shape called triangle, and then you can use your knowledge of that triangles and deal with it and solve bigger and complex problems, right? So that is why we say the foundations are always very important. So, okay, coming to trigonometry, we're first going to learn the different sides of a triangle based on trigonometry, right? So the red color side is called as the hypotenuse. I'm just going to write three words to understand, three letters to understand hypotenuse. Hypotenuse. This is hypotenuse, and hypotenuse always is opposite to the 90 degree. This is a fixed thing. This is not going to change. Now, if this is a 90-degree angle, the other angle, I am going to give a name to this because I'm not going to measure it. I'm going to give name to it. The name is called theta. Okay, theta. We spell it as theta. We're giving this name because now, with reference to this theta, is what I'm going to talk about other two sides. Okay, just like opposite to 90 degrees, hypotenuse always. Similarly, theta, opposite to the other angle theta, is called opposite, basically. Simple, that's it. Opposite side, opposite. That means, imagine you're looking from here, okay? Imagine you're looking from here, and theta, opposite to the theta, is called opposite side. And adjacent means next to it. Next to the theta itself is this side, isn't it? So this is called adjacent. So the black color side is called the adjacent, blue color line is called opposite, and red color line is the hypotenuse. Now, is it always this case? No. No. If I do same triangle, okay? Same triangle, let me draw same triangle, okay? This hypotenuse will not change. If I take this angle as the theta, then this, which is because opposite, this becomes opposite now, and this becomes adjacent, because it's always reference to the angle that I'm considering, the theta that I'm considering. Okay, I hope you're seeing the difference. So if I take the below one as the theta, then the blue color line becomes the opposite. If I take the above angle as a theta, then the black color line becomes the opposite. So you have to always talk with reference to the theta. Okay, so do not forget that we are learning with reference to theta, because point of reference, that is what is very important. Okay, now with this, trigonometric has three basic ratios. Okay, they are called as trigonometric ratios. And I'm saying this again, basic ratios, okay? Basic ratios, okay? And let's learn about that, okay? Sine theta, okay? Sine theta. And the short form is written like this, sine theta. And sine is a function of this, okay? Sine theta is nothing but opposite by hypotenuse. These are the basic things that you have to learn, okay? Next one is called as the cosine theta. Cosine theta is shortly written as cos theta like this. And that is adjacent by hypotenuse. Next, tangent theta. You will learn more about what is tangent, what is cosine. You will learn more about it. You will get much deeper understanding in the subsequent videos. Now you just learn the nomenclature, okay? Nomenclature. Just like when you are learning any new language, you will have to learn the rules of the new language. So you will understand why those rules are like that. Later on, you'll understand as you start conversing in that language. In the beginning, you just take the rules, okay, take it, okay, and use it. Once you start using it, you will start realizing, oh, this is why it's like this. That is why it's like this. You'll start realizing many more things. You will learn and not only realize, you will also discover many things going forward. Okay, as math champions, you want to do that. But as of now, let's learn the rules of trigonometry. Okay, tangent theta is shortly written as tan theta, and that is opposite by adjacent. Now, it's so confusing, isn't it? So confusing. So, what we are going to do is we are going to take this starting letters. Okay? Starting letters we are going to take, and we are going to make a acronym. Acronym means SOH. So, okay? So, next CAH. So, cha. So, ka. Or you can say so ka. Okay, so ka. So, ka. And then TOA. To. Okay. So ka to. So ka to. Right? So ka to. When you remember these, and if you see here, only with the sign you have the hypotenuse, and sine and cosine has hypotenuse and hypotenuse. Right? So ka, and to. And if you remember only these two, it's sufficient, because once you divide sine theta divided by cos theta, that means what? Opposite by hypotenuse by adjacent by hypotenuse. What happens? This becomes a reciprocal, and then hypotenuse and hypotenuse will get cancelled. Right? How is it? Opposite by hypotenuse, opposite by hypotenuse, reciprocal, hypotenuse by adjacent. Then this two will get cancelled. What will remain? Opposite by adjacent, right? Opposite by adjacent. Opposite by adjacent. And that is tan theta. So, when you know sine theta and cos theta, you can just say tan theta is sine theta divided by cos theta. That's simple. So actually you will have to remember only these two. Rest of the things you can figure it on your own. Using this, you can figure it, the relationship, right? So ka means sine, opposite comes in the top. Cosine, adjacent comes on the top. Now you divide this and this. Opposite and adjacent will come in the tan. Okay. This much you can learn and understand. Now, there are some reciprocals also. Okay, reciprocals of sine. Reciprocal of sine is called cosecant. Cosecant theta. It is shortly written as cosec theta. Now reciprocal, it is a reciprocal of sine. So hypotenuse will come up and opposite will go down. Okay. So cosecant is cosec theta is reciprocal of sine theta. Now coming to cosine, what is the reciprocal of cosine? And how can we remember the reciprocal? Sine start with S, reciprocal start with C. Now, cosine, the reciprocal starts with a S. It is called secant. Secant theta. Okay. Cosine start with C and reciprocal starts with secant. And cosecant, secant, these both sound similar. They both are reciprocals. Okay. And it is shortly written as sec theta. And that is nothing but hypotenuse by adjacent. Okay. So next, coming to the tangent theta. What is the reciprocal of a tangent theta? It's called as cotangent theta. Cotangent theta. It is shortly written as cot theta, and it's the the reciprocal of this. So adjacent by opposite. Right? So secant sec theta is reciprocal of cos theta. Cot theta is a reciprocal of tan theta. Okay. And tan theta is sine theta divided by cos theta. So you might be saying, oh, I have to remember so many things. No, actually, no. Whatever I've written in the blue color, like this entire box, and the connection between the sine theta and cos theta and the tan, other things, that you have to know. That's the point. That's all. So, because cot theta is reciprocal of tan theta, it is also nothing but it's actually cos theta divided by sine theta. See, if you see in the blue color, whatever I've written text, everything has a sine theta, cos theta, sine theta, only just sine theta, only cos theta it has. Means if you know what is sine theta, what is cos theta, and if you know the relationships of others with the sine theta, cos theta, then you don't have to remember this adjacent hypotenuse, hypotenuse adjacent. You don't have to remember that. So just remember, so sine is with O, ka, C with the A, right? And you remember that, and sine and cos always has a hypotenuse in the bottom. And just understand these relationships, so you'll be able to remember all the names. Just like when you go on meeting many people in a party, okay? Of course, you'll hear everybody's name, but then you will remember key people's name, right? Important people's name, like who are like very useful. Like once you have made them your friend, everybody else becomes your friend. You have recognized that, and so you make sure that you remember that person's name, right? Just like that, you remember sine and cosine properly. Then rest of the things, tangent, cotangent, secant, cosecant, all of these things also, they become your friends. Make sine theta and cos theta your friends. Rest all of them, tan theta, cosecant, everybody will become your friends. Okay. Mathematics is actually there to make our life simple and easy. Okay. So let's also look at it very easily. Okay. So math champions, don't stop here. Go ahead and try some problems where you can say, okay, this is sine theta, this by this is sine theta, this by this is cos theta. Like that, you can find out. Okay, go ahead and practice that. I'll see in the next video. We'll talk more about sine, cosine, all those things, and how it is useful to us in the next video. Until then, see you. Bye bye, my champions.